Persona 3 FES was the start of a beautiful relationship between me and the series. Just looking back on it. I really wish I could go back and play Persona 3 FES for the first time again. I still remember staying up until 4 AM watching Super Genius LP of the game. Go check him out, by the way. I love Super Genius. He's probably one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. I got about halfway through his LP and decided to pick up the game for myself on the PlayStation Store for my PS3. At that time, I didn't know Persona 3 Portable existed, so I thought FES was the latest version of the game. Fast forward about a year later and I found out Persona 3 Portable exists. I was instantly intrigued by the fact that I could choose between a male or female route. I mean, hey, if you give me a female route, your boy's gonna get hyped. Upon booting up that game, I noticed something though. The game didn't include The Answer, or in Japanese, episode Aegis. For some of you guys that don't know what The Answer is, The Answer was an exclusive to Persona 3 FES, and it was an epilogue that added 30 hours of additional content to the original Persona 3 version. So when I didn't see it in Persona 3 Portable, I immediately thought to myself, well, fuck. I guess that shit wasn't technically canon to the story, and they left it out of P3P because it wasn't needed anymore?
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. It was literally just cut out. Which is basically the story of Persona 3 Portable. Everything from FES is cut. Animated cutscenes, cut. 3D environments like the school and dorm, cut. The Answer, cut. Now this game is perfect to play portably on your Vita if you have one, but it's obvious that the UMD technology the PSP was rocking with back in the day was a huge factor of why there's a ton of content left out, which makes me sad. I love the idea of being able to play as a female MC, but I hate the fact that everything I loved about FES is completely gone. Now, P3P does add some cool features like the ability to control party members, new dialogue, easy navigation, 2 new difficulties, and the inclusion of skill cards. So although it cut content, it added new stuff that should have probably been in FES. So it's just like, what the hell? So when I think of Persona 3 Portable and I think of Persona 3 FES, there's this weird game of tug of war going on where it's like, I like these things in Persona 3 Portable that FES doesn't do, and on the other hand, I like things in Persona 3 FES that Persona 3 Portable doesn't do. So how do I choose? Well, the answer to that question is probably to just play both games, which me personally, I could do easily. I have all the consoles to play both those games. But not everyone does. Persona 3 FES and Portable are not very accessible. If you don't have a PlayStation 3 or an original PS2, you can't play Persona 3 FES. But I mean, you could also use an emulator, but we're not talking about those. And if you don't own an original PSP or a Vita, you can't play Persona 3 Portable. There's also an emulator for PSP, but we're not talking about that one either. So what do? Go buy one of those consoles? Yeah, right. Or wait for a remake on a console you more than likely have, like the PS4, Switch, Xbox One, PC, etc. Fuck it, at this point, just put it on the Ouya, and I would be happy. A remake sounds like a very viable option in Persona 3's case. The thing is, the remake has to be done right. It has to take everything good from both FES and Portable while borrowing things from Persona 4 Golden and 5 and mesh all that together to make one perfect game. I got a list of things we need right here. Let's get into it. If you guys want to add anything to the list, just tell me in the comment section, okay? So, the things that we need in Persona 3 Remake. First thing we need is controllable party members. I don't need to say anything more about that one. Skill cards, of course, please. Make that fusion system easier, please. Persona 4 Golden Shuffle System. I really liked the Persona 4 Golden Shuffle System. I liked the sweep bonus that you could get and such. I really thought it was pretty well put together in that game. Now, get rid of that fatigue system. I hated that fatigue system. I hated being in a dungeon and I'm sitting there grinding and next thing you know, Yukari's like, I'm tired. I need to go home. Or Junpei's like, oh, I don't feel so good. I think I should leave and go back. It's just like, no, you guys need to be in the freaking battle. We're in the middle of a battle here. What the hell? That killed me so many times in Persona 3 FES. I hated it. Female MC route, and I'm saying that loud and clear because if you guys don't bring her back, that fan base is gonna come back and destroy you, Atlus. So please bring back the female MC if you ever make a remake. We need redone animated cutscenes. I guess technically they could probably take the cutscenes from the movie if they really wanted to, but I would like to see better animated cutscenes. If they could just redo them really quick, that'd be really cool. You know, get the same company that did Persona 5's animated cutscenes. Just bring them in, do a couple of them. It doesn't need to be like a ton, just, you know, the good cutscenes that we had in FES. That's all I need. All the difficulties from P3P, because I mean, that's just more content. So I want all the way up to Maniac, the Maniac difficulty. Will I be playing it on Maniac? Fuck no, but I would really appreciate to have the option to play on Maniac one day if I really wanted to. 3D environments, I mean, that one's a no-brainer. We need to have 3D environments in this game. If it didn't have 3D environments, I'd be very disappointed. Both soundtracks, I would love to have the option to choose between Persona 3 Portable soundtrack and Persona 3 soundtrack in the game. I already know Atlus would just throw in this as DLC. I know. It would probably end up being DLC, but I would love to see both of the soundtracks in the game and being able to choose between the both. That'd be awesome. The guard mechanic from Persona 3 Portable, we need that. I mean, ever since Persona 3 Portable, we've had the guard mechanic. So yeah, just bring that one back. I liked having that guard mechanic. All the new battle costumes from Persona 3 Portable, if you guys, I don't want to spoil them, but if you guys have played Persona 3 Portable, you know the battle costumes that I'm talking about. They should bring those back. Those will probably be DLC too if the remake ever did come out, but yeah, I'd like to see them come back. I'd probably pay some money to get those battle costumes. English dub. I'm sorry, I know, why would, you're probably like, Blaze, why would you put this on? We need the English dub, dog. Like, I don't know, ever since that Persona Q2 thing, I've been a little salty. Like, we need an English dub, okay? Don't leave it out, please. And last but not least, an improved fusion system, please. I really liked the fusion system in Persona 4 Golden and in Persona 5, so just whatever you guys did there, keep that. So there's probably a ton more stuff I could add on that list, but I feel like this is good enough for me. If they have all of these things, if they cover all of that, I'd be pretty content with the remake. If you guys have anything specific that you would want to add to that list, drop down a comment and I'll check it out. But I feel that a Persona 3 remake is very needed. It just needs to be done right and not cut any content whatsoever. Do you guys feel like a Persona 3 remake or definitive edition is needed? Tell me in the comment section down below. I would love to hear. And thank you guys for watching this video. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Deuces.
Hope will never die.
Oh, yeah.